Hello, friends. Here I am again. This is Marilynne, the retired teacher turned digital marketer. And I've come back again. I'd said coming again because I need to just get out there and be a part of this and that you see me because I am there and I would like for you to join me and all of that. So if you are out there or want to say anything, feel free to talk to me today. I'm freelancing it right now. I don't have anything actually to just tell you about except that I joined the digital marketing program because I had been looking for some way to honor a son we lost in 2022. And we looked and looked, and he was an entrepreneur and he loved what he was doing. And he was about to launch his big activity where he was going to be supporting businesses, upcoming businesses that wanted financial support and things like that. And he had a way to do that. And so when people were calling even after he was in the hospital. The people he was dealing with called us and all those things, and we were saying, "Oh, we're so sorry. He's sick in the hospital." And then it just everything went so fast. 5 days he was gone. It was really that fast, and he was such a wonderful son, and he was a musician, and he was very tech savvy. I mean, doing the work that I'm doing right now, I know that if he was here he would love it, and he would probably help me, mom, do this and mom, do that, and all of that. So we're missing him, but this is a way for me to remember and to build a legacy in his name for the family. His brothers all cared for him deeply, and he was just a wonderful brother, and he was a go-getter and all of that. So I'm so sorry he's gone, and doing this helps me to keep remembering. So if you ever want to do a legacy and you have something like what I'm doing, it would be a great thing to do. So maybe you might want to do it. Have you ever wanted to do that? And when you do listen, just put in the chat where you're listening from and all of that, and let me know. Well, I've seen your videos and seen your little whatever you do online and all of that. So I wanted to check your live to see what you were doing with the live. And I need to do this every day. So as I do this every day, I will try to have something to share about, but at least you know that my why. That's my why. So then I had other things that reasons why I wanted to do something like this, and it wasn't there until I had my tragedy in my family, and then things just slowly came together and all of that. But here I am, and I really enjoy this. I enjoy doing the work. It keeps you from overeating a lot of times too, because I can like eat and snack and all of that, and I don't need to be doing that. I can do this for longer than it's recommended. But I will tell you, I will talk about the 2 hour workday and share what my 2 hour workday has been like. The next time, maybe when we talk, I'll do that and all that, because for me, I think I'm the kind of person who needs a list of things. But if you have any questions at all, please, when you do see this one, when you see this live stream, and if you have any questions at all, I would love to see your questions and try to address some of those questions with my answers that I've had or I've learned. I went through the certification and all that when we did Legacy Builders 2.0. So I did move over to that. I was just regular Legacy Builders, and I started almost a year, no, a little over a year ago. It was right before my birthday, and now I'm after my birthday. But anyway, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to put them down and write them in the chat. This is going to be replayed and all of that, and you'll be able to do that and all of that. So I have things that I can share, like lessons I've learned, things that I've done, even with looking at the wins. People have so many wins. And what I can tell you about the wins is that they don't have to be on the money all the time. People get on and share how their money is coming in or what they're getting and all of that. But it doesn't have to be about money. It could be about the smallest thing. Like I remember when I posted And for the longest time, I got no reactions. And then one time, I got someone who posted, and it was almost like four different posts, and it was the same person. I said, wow, it made me feel really good. And I hope that this person does become a part of our digital growth community. You learn and grow and everything. And I tell you, you get all of the different things that people want to share, especially their stories and how they have done so many things and all of that. So I'd love to be able to do that. But my biggest thing is that I want you to follow me. And when I say follow me, I don't just mean just watch and all of that. If you're not a part of the digital growth community already, just follow me. You don't have to buy anything. You can be a part of it and all of that. And that would be a great thing if you just want to come and just look around and see who we are and what we do. You don't have to buy, but we do give you the opportunity. But in order to see what we have, your email, we need to collect your email. And so that's my job this month, is to try to get as many emails as I can. So when you see my lives, I hope you decide, oh, yes, let's get in her emails and see what's going on with Marilynne. And I'd love to have you. So, my big job this month, I'm already halfway through it and all of that, but is to get emails. My job is to try to get 10 every day. So, in order to do that, I know that I'm going to have to get on here and be visible every day so that I can build my list. I need a nice email list. And sometimes I'm talking to, who knows, maybe crickets, and I don't want to be talking to crickets. So even if you don't want to buy or you don't feel good about buying anything, it's okay if you don't want to be an active person in it, or if you feel like, oh no, I don't have tech, I can't do this. Well, I want to let you know, I don't have the tech either. I would run to my son all the time. I have four sons. I had four sons. He is gone. The first one, he's my number two, is gone. His name was Chene, but he would be here because he came home from after he worked out in the world. He said, oh, you know what, I want to do my own thing. And so he came back home to do that. But in the meantime, he called himself watching over mom and dad, and all his brothers all moved out, definitely moved out, and moved elsewhere so that they could work. I had one son who moved to Japan to teach English, and when his brother came along, he's 4 years older. My oldest is 4 years older than the brother, the other brother. No, no, he's 4 years older than the brother who also followed in his footsteps, and he's in Seoul, South Korea, teaching English. Then I have another son who's working for Lockheed Martin in Florida. So that's what they decided to do. And my oldest, between my oldest and the son we lost, was 14 months. And so he says, for as far as he can remember, his brother was always there. So it's really difficult, and he's had a difficult time of it. But he's doing well. He's doing well in Japan. So they're all over, and I used to reach out to them all the time to get things from them. But now they live far away, and we Zoom once a week. So we do get on Zoom once a week, and I tell them about my digital growth community. And my oldest, he has his own thing online. Those were the plays. He does music, and he gives history on music and all of that. So that's his pastime, along with teaching and all of that. But I think I was getting ready to tell you something else, and I sort of forgot it. But that's okay. This is my first time, and well, it isn't really my first time. I was on before, but before, when I was on live, I felt that the video was a little dark, and there was nothing I could do about the lighting. So now I'm just in a different place in my home with more lights, and it's evening. And so we have the white curtains. That sort of helps too. And so I'm sitting in the dining area, as you can figure out. And so I've been here. So I believe that my reason for doing this is a very good reason. My legacy building is a very good reason, because off and on, I'm going to tell the truth about it. I have had that little inkling to stop, like, oh, I don't want to do any more of this. However, I am plugging along because I know my son would have really enjoyed this, and he worked very hard for what he was planning on doing. And because of all the hard work he put in, and he didn't see the fruition of it, but I want to keep going to be helpful to him. And I want to be helpful to people like me, even if you didn't teach, if you're someone who worked and now you want to have the freedom. Or let me tell you, I've been thinking of all these things. Like right now, it's like this needs to be done and that needs to be done. But I don't want to use my retirement money because I need it for regular things. So it's like, oh, well, now I have the digital growth community. Now, if I work hard enough and do these webinars and the chats and be supportive of so many others, I know that things will happen in the way that I'm looking forward to them happening. I do want to share with you that I did travel. I went to in March. My husband and I, my son in Seoul, South Korea, got married, and he sent for us, and it was wonderful. And I felt somewhat guilty about being there and having the joy and fun because I hadn't earned anything in the digital growth community yet. But once I do, I'll be able to travel and do the things that I did earlier this year. And it sort of gave me a taste of what is to come. And we don't have any grandchildren yet. I say yet because when January comes, we will be grandparents for the very first time. Well, our son was the very first son who got married, our son number 3, and he and his bride back in March, and they're just ready to build a family. So right away, January's coming, and the baby will be born. We even know it's going to be a girl, so we're very excited about that. And I haven't put it anywhere else but on my live, so no one else knows about me becoming a grandmother for the first time on my live. So I'll leave it on the live. I won't talk about it anywhere else. And that way, if anyone else knows about it, I'll know that they've been to my live. And I thank you so much for being a part and just sticking out with me and all of that. And if you want to send a message or anything or have anything that you would like to say, do it. I'm from Baltimore on the East Coast, but I moved here in 1977. So I live in a place called Oxnard, California, and we live right on the coast. And so I lived and taught here while my children were growing up in the same school district that I taught in. So that's how we were all the way through their school education and all of that. So I think that's it. I don't have anything else to share with you, but the next time I will talk with you about the important things that we have in the digital growth community that I know you will want to know about. The 2-hour workday, the automated funnel, the support, the webinars. It's just so much. So I will see you next time. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And please follow me. And I like to grow that email list. So please don't just look at it and all of that. Please sign in, okay? And just put your email. You don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. You don't have to become a worker or anything. Just go ahead and get in, okay? Because the conversation will be great. God bless everyone. Bye.